My name is Aaron Monson. I'm the founder of Veer Visual, and today I'm here to just talk to you a little bit about the company, what it is that we do, and what our overall goal is since we're a new member here at the Chamber. To kind of explain a little bit about what we do currently, we specialize in photography, videography, and 3D virtual tour. And I founded this company on the principles that we're trying to create a consistent, cost-effective, and time-efficient visual capture service, because in many of the in much of the photography and videography realm, it's very hard to have consistent products when working with different types of contractors each time. So we're trying to create some consistency across the board. For 2021, the purpose of joining the Chamber is to reach and into further our connections in the construction and real estate markets, and to kind of understand a little bit of a difference on each of our on this goal and what we do specifically. I kind of got to explain the difference between some common misconceptions of what visual capture is. There's two types of visual capture. There's videography and cinematography. Videography is basically the capturing of a moment. It's usually a lower cost solution, which is what Veer Visual specializes in. And then there's cinematography, which makes a moment. It's a higher cost product and is usually used for corporate videos as well as commercial advertisements. I have done both, and to kind of explain what I've done in the past with my other company, which is not specific to this conversation, but just to touch on it a little bit. I've been working in broadcast advertising for the past 7 years, working with anyone in politics, as well as national, international, and local and regional brands, as you may see on this slide. I've worked in various positions, but primarily I focus on the production, either being a producer or production manager, managing the money for these types of shoots. But for Veer Visual specifically, we have received some notoriety for projects that we've worked on. Most recently in 2019, we created a 3D and virtual reality recruiting program for the Kansas City, Kansas Fire Department, where you'd be able to, as a new recruit, explore the entire space or station and walk up to different firefighters as seen in the top left corner of the screen. Katie O'Connor was one of the paramedics, and we created a video for her, as well as 13 other interviews throughout the station, where someone would be able to walk up and learn their story and why they became a firefighter. And it just helped them to attract more people to the field. And because of our success with that project, they actually hired us back, and we are currently working on a new training program for them, but that's still in production, and we should be concluding that project here within the next 2 to 3 weeks, but I'll be able to keep people updated on that as things happen. To kind of explain a little bit about what Veer Visual does specifically, though, is that we use the combination of spatial mapping as well as video and photo services. What that means is that, for example, in this shot here, you can see that we are able to take point clouds and mesh files as seen on the left of the before shot, which is basically just a scan of the building. And we can do anything from creating the mesh files that can be given to architecture or construction companies so that they can use it for 3D manipulation in their programs, such as Scan to BIM, as well as on the right side, you can see that it can be virtually staged, which is useful in empty spaces for both construction and real estate. Using these types of technologies, we are able to not only just create those building information models and virtual staging, but as well as those 3D tours. And in connection with Google Street View, we can provide images of high quality that can be set up for search engine optimization. Our long-term goals are to connect with companies who are interested in advancing their reach through technology in augmented reality. Matterport, which is one of our primary products that we use, is partnered with a company called PTC, and due to a recent acquisition, they are currently able to create virtual area targets, which means that you can walk up to a certain area and train someone on a specific piece of technology, even if they've never touched it before, using products such as the Microsoft HoloLens for augmented reality. Finally, just to introduce some of our team, my father, Ron Monson, is actually here on the call with us today. and Charles Lutz wasn't able to make it today, and I myself am out of town. But if you'd like to direct any questions, Ron can answer any of those questions while I'm not able to answer them after this meeting. Or you can contact me directly with this information found on the screen.